Okay, so this is my first time of using this camera and I will just try to use this time to show my apartment. This is my apartment and we can just take a look through the window outside. I hope this camera is going to work well, let's see. Yeah, and you can see the view is pretty good, like it's pretty nice. The good thing is also of this apartment, this window goes in the direction of north, and I live in Wuhan, so Wuhan is really known to be very hot, one of the hottest cities in China, and an apartment which is where the windows are all directed to north is a real asset, I can say, in Wuhan. Yeah, you can take a look a little bit down, but there's not much to see. Basically, there are some people hanging their clothes or their bed sheets outside, and you can also get an idea how tall these buildings are, which is actually pretty normal. Like, at least in China, it's pretty normal. Let's see, I can't get it completely, but you can see the tallest buildings are here in the area are just on the opposite side over there, and these are the tallest. Here we have, I think, yeah, this one is 27 stories. So, yeah, this is the apartment. I didn't really prepare anything. You can see there's a place to hang some clothes. And here, yeah, bedroom is really nice. It's really nice. Like, in my opinion, at least for me, one of the nicest apartments I've ever lived in. And see, everything is really fresh. For me, it's just I really like this place. And then you can see here this the washing machine, which is just a little bit on the cheap side, I would say. This thing, yeah, and a mini kitchen. I bought this thing. It's really crazy good. It can like boil water in 10 seconds. It's like 5 kilowatts of power you can get into the water. It's really crazy good, but basically I don't cook, so this is senseless. And there's another room, like there's another bedroom, but a small one. Here's a huge fridge, and yeah, another place to hang some clothes, and then also the bathroom. You can see my stuffs are there, and over there, here we have the shower, and then also actually a sitting toilet. You can't believe it. Yeah, so that's the apartment already. You've seen already the important parts. I personally really like it. And now I will try, as I said, like this is the first time of me using this combination, especially this camera. I will try to go outside and show you what this place looks like. So number one, we are going to go outside. These, I think this is pretty typical Chinese. You have this, yeah, this kind of door, which typically this kind of dark brown reddish color, which looks like wood, but I kind of doubt it's wood. But often there's a lot of effort put into the doors for some reason. I'm not, maybe it should show something or something. Yeah, and I can say also another really cool thing you can see here is the door and the door handle, and you can see this is not a normal handle. Okay, let's take a look outside, and you can take a look from outside. Yeah, you can see it's really nice, and this is, I mean, it looks really nice here, but this is not this is not completely outstanding. Of course, there are more older buildings and buildings that are not that nice, but this is not like super special or something. This is actually, there are many other buildings like this. Yeah, and here let's go back to the door handle, and you can see this is not a normal door handle. It's really cool. You can open the thing by just touching. So it's coded to my fingerprint, and you can see it even talks to you. Yeah, and here we go. And if I try like another thinger which is not coded, it's not happy and you can't get in. Okay, so so this is really cool in that way that you don't need a purse. Okay, that's really, really cool. Yeah, and because in China you don't need a key, you don't need a purse, you only have your phone. That's all. That's all. And even without a phone, you could get in back in. So yeah, that's it basically here. Light is already switching off here. So let's take further look. Here we go. So I'm on the 7th floor, as you can see, and here are the elevators. There are 3 elevators. And you can take a look on the other side, another one. But you have to pay attention because only 2 of the elevators can actually go downstairs. Because one is reserved for the higher levels. This is this one. And then the other 2 are reserved for this level. So we are lucky, nobody else is in. Let's go downstairs. And you can see this looks also pretty nice, but actually one of the other elevators really doesn't look very nice. But let's take a look. Yeah, here's something special. So in China, all the floors are eliminated. Not everywhere, but here at least. So the floor 4, 14, and 24 doesn't exist. But instead we have 13A and 13B and 3A and 3B. Let's take a look. So I will just go outside. Someone is just moving in. Yeah, and I will just take a small walk to see the area. So, yeah, over there are the garbage bins, and up there is a huge building which is currently being built, but it's almost completed. It's actually really, I think, really cool. I mean, even in Berlin, you would not see this everywhere. And yeah, I think it's really, really cool. And then let's go to the other side and take a look. There you can see all the electric mopeds, basically. And there's some charging area. If we go back, let's go. Here's the charging area, and you can actually plug your bike in directly. And they even have now this tiny roof, and you can see there's a QR code. Just need to scan the QR code with WeChat and yeah, pay a very small sum, very, very small sum to get your charging here. And this is actually working. I can even see, you can see my bike here. This is my moped, the red one. It's really cool. It has this, I mean, I'm not exaggerating. Like here's the charger. I plugged it in yesterday evening, and it has like here this typical Chinese protective cover for the winter, because currently we're in January, right? So I actually in China I spent a lot of time in the beginning to choose the right moped. Of course, there are millions, there are tons of different of mopeds, and to be honest, until today, I think this is one of the fastest electric options you can find. So this is incredibly good. I'm absolutely delighted until today. It's actually too good because it basically drives a little too fast for my taste. But well, you want to, for me at least, better too fast than too slow. So let's further take a walk. So usually I would go out of the door on that side and then go on in the other direction. So here we go. You can see in this direction there are gigantic houses, gigantic blocks, absolutely enormous in my opinion. So you get a crazy view here. Absolutely crazy. So let's go further. Yeah, and then here on that side, here's the road basically, which takes you out. And on that side there's a small shop you can see. In the summer usually you can buy some ice cream here, but now nobody's going to buy ice cream in winter in China. Basically almost nobody, at least here. And yeah, it's a very small shop. It's I think it's open 24/7. You can go there anytime you want. Maybe it's a little bit pricey, but it doesn't really matter, to be absolutely honest. Let's go further. Yeah, and you can get a little bit the idea of the view now outside. And we are going to take a look. So I think this place, the blue place, this is a place where you can like find an apartment to rent, basically. And this here is the administration of the whole building. And here is a baby swimming area for babies. Yes, and then another thing which is really, really great, you can take a look here. I mean, here this is like some tobacco and I think liquor store, but then this one is an Italian pizzeria. And of course, you will never find any Italian here. But even if you take a look at the pictures, this is really, really good. It's honestly, you can get very, very good stuffs in China, even for Western food. Like, and this is in Wuhan. We are not even in this is not the city center of Wuhan, but you can get really good stuff. And this is not, I mean, in China it's still definitely on the pricier side, but in German terms, for Germany, this is cheap. You will not get this price in Germany for a pizza, Italian pizza. And this is pretty good. Yeah, and here you can see, this is the hotel. It's called Orange for whatever reason, and you can also see there are these 4 characters. The first 2 mean orange, and then the second, like the last 2 mean hotel, of course. So what you can see, the second 2 are Jiu Dian. Jiu means liquor or alcohol, and then Dian means like a place where you can stay, and then Jiu Dian is hotel. Maybe people in the olden days drank liquor in the hotels. So we're outside. You can see many parked cars, and these are also nice. Like, I mean, this is just random, right? Here you have a Tesla. This is some kind of Mercedes, Maybach. I mean, even in Berlin, this would take a long walk to find a Maybach. This is just random. And here we see some BMWs, a Range Rover, and yeah, probably just from the hotel. This is not a very special hotel, to be honest. Maybe a little bit for on Chinese terms on the pricier side. It's not a cheap one, but it's not like a luxury hotel in anywhere. Yeah, there you see a Chinese car just parking, and we are going to take a walk outside. And you can see more buildings over there. And this over there, actually, the high buildings, they are buildings where they are a little bit on the pricier side. Like, I know when I was looking for apartments, this is the most posh you can get over here. Yeah, but it's like community style, and I didn't really prefer community for me. So we can further take a look. People are very curious to see what's going on. There are some food places here down, and we can just go outside. A bus was just leaving, or is just leaving here from the bus station. I never took a bus in China. Maybe because I took so many buses in Germany. So here we can just start to walk. And honestly, I think this camera is working pretty well. I mean, I'm not filming myself because I'm just tired today. but it seems to be working pretty well. Yeah, so over there is the school, and during the school time, now it's not a school day, you can typically hear several times a day now music playing, typically the same music, but it's pretty nice when the children go out to do some sport activity, I don't know, dancing or whatever, and it's actually pretty interesting because just a few months ago there was a decision in China that all primary, middle and I think high school students have to do 2 hours of sport every day, every single day. And I'm not sure if this is really completely done, but it definitely changed a lot. And nowadays you can see a lot of the time children doing sport outside, a lot of the time. And maybe before that wasn't that much, but I cannot say very much about that because I haven't been here for a long time. Yes, and you can see a little bit the area. Actually, today I got in my backpack my drone, but I'm not sure if this is the best time to fly a drone, maybe during the night. Yes, and here you can see, for example, a stand. Usually in the night they will definitely have some barbecue you can buy, but this is not, like this barbecue is not exactly my personal cup of tea. Yeah, but let's continue. So here you see some of these huge buildings. Using the drone I already flew around all of this area, so yeah, and it's a little bit empty, to be absolutely honest. It's not too much going on here today. But yeah, this is a great restaurant. I went there one time, not expensive, but great. And this is the perfect thing about this area, that this is not, like, it's really nice. This is a really nice area in my opinion. You have tons of options to eat, but we are not in the absolute downtown. So this means this is not super expensive. It's actually really okay. Can get really okay, because most of China is actually not expensive. Maybe Beijing or Shanghai or something, but most of the country is not expensive. So if you are not in the absolute downtown area, you can live really, like, it's really cool. Like, for example, this is my favorite noodle shop. They make noodles fresh every time you go in. All of the noodles, you can see them there. I will not go in. And you will get a perfect, really good meal, which might be better than in Italy, because they make it fresh themselves for like less than €2. Yes. Here you can see there's some charging points again, and this store seemingly has decided it wants to dry some meat. And you can also see there on the picture below is some kind of weird turtle. I honestly don't know which kind of species it is, but I've seen this before. Not really. I'm not really into crazy foods at the moment, so I haven't tried it. Yeah, but you can see, get a little bit. It's really empty. We're getting close to the holidays, but it's not a holiday yet. Yeah, some fruit shop, many food places. Yeah, and this area is called Guanggu, and this is, the meaning of this is Optical Valley. Guanggu means optical valley, and like Guang means something like light, and Gu means valley. Many shops here, really nice ones, and Yes, and this is because there are seemingly some optics industry things, but they are definitely not here in this street. Maybe further down. Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, I want to go like this. I mean, this is really, really cool. Honestly, I absolutely love this. You know, for one, we are now very, very close to these huge buildings. Yeah, and this is definitely more on the posh side. Like over there, this is pretty new and pretty, really, really nice. But I want to first go to the other side. This is where I came first to Wuhan. And you know, and this is the reason I also want to like take a look, because this is where I landed in Wuhan first. And let's take a look. I mean, it's January. It's not really, really great, the weather today, I would say, but it's fine. At least it's 20 degrees, which is crazy. But let's take a look. And the only thing I want to show is actually here the hotel, because this is where I first stayed, and it's a really good, like in my opinion, not an expensive hotel, but really, really nice. And here we go. This is the hotel. I mean, I could go inside. They will probably not say anything, but I'm a little bit shy. Yeah, you will pay, think like 12 euros a night or something like this, and get something really decent. And then maybe another 8 euros, and you have breakfast, like a huge buffet for breakfast, and it's really nice inside. It's really nice and new, not old. This is not an old place. Yes, then there is here the first shop I went to, and I still really love it. Basically, this kind of typical Wuhanese noodle place, which is called Röganmian. Like that's the typical food, Röganmian. You can also see it is here, just on the top. Röganmian. So Rö means like hot, gan means dry, and mian means noodles. Hot, dry noodles. It's like the crazy thing. So if you just have noodles with a sauce like spaghetti bolognese, then this is already dry in China, because usually you have noodles in a huge bowl full of water, hot water. And you can see the price, 5 RMB. This is like, I just eat the first one and it's great. 5 RMB, this is less than €1, and you can last for one day on this, to be honest. I think it's really nice. Yeah, this is definitely on the cheap side. So maybe usually you have to pay €2 to get a good meal here. Yes, so let's continue walking. You can see all the mopeds here outside. Yes, and maybe I'm not sure if I have to go, but over there is the parcel shop where I usually get my parcels. You can see some of them here. Yeah, and then if you see this view, I mean, personally, I really get into a good mood. Just being when I first came here. I mean, this is I think pretty impressive, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, I think this is pretty impressive. Yeah, and I mean, over there is also like a small coffee place downstairs there, but like run by students for almost nothing. You can get your stuff, your coffee and whatever. Yeah, over there. So this is more the posh area, the more expensive place. Let's go further. Yeah. So I think the weather isn't great. There are not too many people today. There's some toothpaste, but honestly, I think I would say we'll stop here maybe we should take a last look here, but I think we can stop here because, yeah, maybe by night I will come back and take another round here, another walk along the street. This will be just more interesting than this half-empty place now. But I think you already got a pretty good idea of how this area looks like, what to expect here, and I will definitely continue in the future.